Upstairs path, downstairs path. No, let's go upstairs. That sounds safer. I've unlocked the downstairs path, but I don't really trust it. I don't really trust much of anything. Okay, zombie, don't be next to the doll, please. Which side? Whatever. Typical. Presumably that's what happens on hard. The zombie just spawns right next to the doll and then shambles on its merry way. It's not gonna spawn on the doll, that would be absolutely unfair to you, but it's going to spawn near enough. Doesn't make much of a difference. I could try to deal with the graveyard passage. I'm not sure about that. The lack of kerosene is worrying me. Also, if I pick up the emblem now, that's going to become a problem very soon. Whatever. I might as well have it with me. Let's examine it. Gold all around the outer edges due to frequent fitting. That's good. I'm not sure as far as the sequencing is concerned. I would love to do the graveyard bit. However, that comes with its own risks. First of all, you mess with the knob. You know? Whoa! Oh, God! That's not what I was trying to do, but I got stuck on scenery. Fuck you, you zombie bastard! Was that 3 shots? And a zombie with no kerosene and damn it. Oh, oh! I did not expect that. Three shots. With ammo being so precious. I'm not restarting, as you might imagine. I've been through too much to just restart now. Let's reload. Oh my, I'm in the danger zone, I'm in red. Might as well use the first aid spray there. Now I'm all back to fine. That was horrible, and that zombie is out there with no kerosene on me, I'm a sitting duck. Okay, so what's the plan? This is all bad. Really bad. I need to acquire more kerosene and burn that zombie up there. Otherwise I'm going to have to deal with a crimson head up top. But the only source of kerosene available is this place. Oh yeah, which requires me to do what exactly? Kill a single zombie in a corridor? Come on, I can't do that. Alright people, here's the plan. As atrocious as it may seem, I ditch this armor key for now. All I will take will be a single handgun and an old key alongside the fuel canteen. I will get rid of most of this, refill the fuel canteen, deal with that single zombie though, burn both the zombies I need to burn, and be back. I'm not dealing with the zombie mutts. I am messing with the handle. The doorknob looks like it's ready to fall apart. Go through anyway. I could open up the graveyard path. Oh, that adds time to my... Alright, here's a somewhat altered plan. I will take one more thing. I will take the armor key. You will see why soon enough. You'll see. I need to open up the graveyard path. Because the graveyard path allows me to traverse in both directions. So I don't have to worry about the knob being broken ever again. It's among the biggest advantages of having the graveyard path. Oh, yeah, Vestin, how are you going to do that, considering that the old key can only open you one thing? Fuck. Alright, we're doing this anyway. I could have gone to the kitchen and tried another old key, but that's not in the cards anymore. Oh god. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Well, I would love to say that there's good news and bad news, but there's just bad news. That's too many zombies. I can't deal with them. I'll have to run through the dogs. Will you take the green herb? Yes, I will. Will you take the chemical to use on plants? Yes, I will. Will you take the green herb? Yes, I will. Will you take... You cannot carry any more items. Oh, Vestin, you fool. There's still plenty of kerosene left. Refill your canteen? Yes, you refilled your fuel canteen with kerosene. Okay, this is bad. Had I not taken the key with me, everything would have been moderately fine. However, I can neither use the key nor pick up the final herb over here. Unless... Can you mix them green, green, red? I'm about to find out, am I not? If you can't mix them in that order, I'm going to be somewhat upset, but there are enough green herbs. Yeah, I can't combine them in that order. Fair enough. Now you've just combined one red, one green. Is this clear? Yes, it is. Okay, I'm going through here. Through the zombie dogs. Not pretty, but I'm doing it anyway. Yeesh. Let's run like the wind. If I get injured, I've just picked up those herbs. Like I'm like goddamn Herbie the Robot, or like... Ow! Alright, Chris. Ow! By the way, Chris, how are you doing? You know what, never mind. That's just damage. We can deal with that, can't we? Wow, too much excitement for me to handle. Too many suboptimal decisions. Things haven't quite panned out the way they were supposed to. Damn it. It admittedly is more exciting, isn't it, though? Now, if that knob is beyond repair, then getting to the graveyard path is going to be a tad more difficult. Because I'll either have to go through the dogs again or something. I'm at caution. Might as well use the 2 green herbs. I'm fine again. 2 green herbs work as well as the red one and the green one. Then they presumably don't. But that's kind of good news. Because I was sufficiently injured, it is necessary to use it now. Please, for the love of God, burn this zombie. One thing needs to be solved, at least one thing. Alright, incinerated. I don't have to worry about that guy anymore. I have one more usage of kerosene available to me, that's it. Now, this hasn't been cleared out, not quite yet. We'll deal with that soon enough. If this doorknob is completely broken by now, then the only way over here will be not only through the zombie dogs, but through the, what, 5 zombies over here. At which point, just reloading the safe becomes extremely tempting. A lot would go to waste. Although, you know, I could just make cuts here and there to retain the original reaction. There are a couple of things for me to take care of. One is the graveyard path, which in and of itself is an annoying thing to get through and quite a bit of an ordeal in and of itself. Another one is the snake fight. And the Moonlight Sonata bit. And then, of course, there's the encounter with the plant, which is going to pose its own set of problems. Now, if I want to deal with the graveyard bit, then I have to run a bit of a gauntlet. I have to go through here, deal with the kitchen scenario. Oh, there's so many zombies I would have to go through just in order to unlock that accursed graveyard path. Acquiring this death mask is significantly simpler. Quite frankly, fighting the snake at this juncture seems a lot more feasible than anything. It's right there, it seems to be the low-hanging fruit for what it's worth. I kinda feel like saving at this point. Otherwise, things will only spiral out of control even more than they already have, and that's the last thing I need. I've already made sufficiently many poor decisions up until this particular point. Don't think I need any more. I have 5 of these ribbons anyway. Might as well put them to some use. Make myself a decent enough checkpoint here. Not waste any more shotgun ammo needlessly. Should I conserve the shotgun ammo for the tiny boss fight? Or should I use it on the snake fight, which also is kind of a boss fight? I don't know. What if Rebecca dies on the snake? What if that happens? That would be horrible. I would miss her. Although I've known her for so little. But then again, maybe she leaves me a weapon or something. The typewriter can save your progress. You know what? I will. It wasn't the best of attempts. Mistakes were made. All too many of them. But I'm hanging on. I'm still healthy. I've managed to restore my health. I've managed to get some progress out of the way. There are still things to come, but at least I've cleared out a few rooms, a few paths. So I don't have to dodge every time I try to go to places that ultimately ought to be safe. Like the West Wing safe room, the East Wing safe room. Shame about the knot. There's a number of zombies I effectively pretty much will have no way of dealing with. No way whatsoever. There's no kerosene left here. I have a single usage left. I guess I've squandered the rest. And that's it. And there are too many zombies to deal with. Granted, I have my shotgun available to me. But the shotgun shells are precious. Then again, they exist for a reason, don't they? I just don't know whether I should keep this shotgun for the boss fight or not. That's among the most crucial questions that I have here. Should I keep the shotgun with its 6 shots to deal with the boss fight that's coming, or should I not? I think... Yeah, I think I have to take a bit of a risk, but I cannot take that risk because I don't have a spelled key. I've been through this, and I've been through this before. And fortunately, if I had an additional old key, then we could possibly consider such a course of action. I still have the sword key on me. And I will have to use it soon enough. Because the only way to get the final remaining old key is to go through there. Now, arguably, I don't have to use that old key. There are other ways to get around, but that final old key allows me to unlock the passageway through the graveyard, which is mighty convenient. Solves the doorknob problem. However, I'll have a corpse burning problem unless I use pretty much all shotgun shells. But if I do use up all shotgun shells, I will have an extremely difficult time dealing with the boss. Not to mention the other boss. It really is a nightmare. Alright, first things first. If I do manage to find, yeah, some kerosene someplace, yeah, that would be grand, but it's not gonna happen. You know it's not gonna happen. Which might pretty much inevitably lead to some Crimson Head spawning. If I decide to take some zombies down. I'm not sure if I'm in a position to plan a route that's really going to be beneficial. First things first, I ought to clear this up. And try to deal with the Sonata. It's a plan. Perhaps not the best of plans, but it is a plan. And besides, this is precisely the thing that allows me to watch the rest of the LP. Is there any place I've missed where I can use the armor key? Obviously, otherwise I would have gotten rid of it by now. I think it's 2 rooms. It's this one and that one. Both of them require the armor key. Now, going out here means dodging zombies. And going over here means maybe an additional zombie. And then even more zombies as things progress, as things spiral out of control. I will have to keep on dodging them to the best of my abilities. But alas, my abilities are not that great. I'm just stalling for time. Let's pick up the shotgun. Is there really anything that I need here? Anything whatsoever? I don't think so. Let's just get the hell out. I can burn a single zombie, that's it. I'm really not sure which area I can afford to use that final bit of kerosene on. I can refill the canteen at great peril. I can do so over at the balcony, the ground floor balcony of the East Wing. Let's head on over here. Hope this place is fine. If it's not fine, I might not be fine. Oh boy. Come on, no zombies, please. Will you take the green herb? Yes, I will. Has that cleared out the space? No, there's something else here. Ooh, more of them. Another green herb. Will you take the green herb? Yes, I will. Coast is clear. I will head back and then return. There's actually something I failed to take note of up until this point. I left some bullets in the room on the right. I'll go ahead and look for a way out. Wesker. Have not read that. I was too used to it being there from my Jill playthrough and simply failed to notice it. Guess I was too task-oriented. to notice that bit of story over there. I can't remember. Well, is there any other spot where you actually find kerosene, or are those it? The balcony over here, this storeroom, and that storeroom under the old key. I think that's it. I think that might be it as far as the mansion is concerned anyway. I don't think you find any in the barn. So you might have to head elsewhere in order to acquire further doses of kerosene. Alright, through here and over there. I know this is going to be a bit of a scary encounter, but I mean, hell, what choice do I have? Actually, if there are any zombies over here... What exactly was the plan, though? It's locked, and a shield is carved into the lock. Here's something hilarious. I did not have a plan, though. What was I supposed to do? Burn this guy? Seriously, there was no plan. You'd think there'd be a plan, but there wasn't any. I even had the expectation. I figured, okay, I might encounter a zombie there. What will I do then? I did not know. Had I not gotten that headshot, I would have been SOL, essentially. After all, there's a decent bit of a puzzle you need to go through in order to be able to access this door anyway. Actually, it's not that complicated. You can... Presumably you can deal with it before he turns into a Crimson Head. So I would essentially be on a timer from killing him. But thankfully I got a headshot. Now it's time to head on over here. Oh, there might be some additional things here. Something of use. Thank you, I guess. Will you take the handgun magazine? Yes. Yes, I will. I can deal with this guy without wasting a single shot. It's too dark to see much of anything. That's okay. We can light this place up easily since you always carry your lighter with you. The shelves are lined with wine glasses. I know I can push this one, and I know there's a zombie behind it. Whoa, no. We're not pushing it quite yet. I know I'm getting the Sonata from this place, and I know that afterwards I am getting the hell out. If I get caught, I'll heal myself, so let's not linger, eh? What's in the jar? Actually, don't answer that, I guess. Alright, Chris. Back up into the spot slowly, then walk out. Bait the zombie. Get in like a sensible human being. Pick up the Sonata. Notice that the room is clear. Get the hell out in order not to trap yourself. Dance around the zombie. Brains, yes. I'm leaving this guy here. He can't open doors, surely. Out we head. I hope nothing pops out unexpectedly. Once again, first of all, I'm a bit jumpy at this stage, and second of all, I can't really deal with unexpected circumstances. I can only burn one more zombie until everything just spirals out of control. Unless I essentially sequence things perfectly. What do I mean by that? I will explain briefly. here's the idea. You need 4 death masks in order to be able to unlock the boss fight and get out of the mansion proper, don't you? Well, here's the thing. The next death mask... There's one death mask over here, in the plant room. There's another death mask over here in the boss fight room, with the snake. And the third death mask is right here, beyond the puzzle. Now, in order to be able to solve this one, this puzzle, and get out through here, you need the old key. The old key is in the kitchen. And once you get out here, you mess with the knob. So you'd better have that old key in order to be able to get back in through here. Otherwise, you force yourself to run the gauntlet over there. You don't want that. You want to avoid that at all costs. Also, populating this spot with zombies is among the last things you want out of life. I guess you could consider this a high traffic hallway. You want this place clear, and you might just not be able to afford to keep it clear. However, if you run through this place once, that might just do it, if temporarily. So here's my line of thought. I deal with the snake first. Hopefully I find some ammo, a weapon, or anything in that fight. Hopefully I get some assistance. Anything. Anything happens. Anything of any utility. Then I deal with the plant over here. And then and only then, the final death mask will be acquired over there. Now, in order to be able to deal with the snake, I have to go visit the kitchen anyway. There's a number of things I have to do. I don't actually have to go to the kitchen. I go to the kitchen to get the old key. But I have to go through here, through this corridor anyway, in order to get the sonata and solve this convoluted puzzle associated with, associated with the entire problem. You know, to be able to get the shield key. And then I could deal with the plant at any point, but I don't feel like doing it as the first thing. Mostly because this room is filled with stuff. You can't even get all of it in one go. And you don't want to populate the corridor with the zombies. Oh boy. It's going to be a nightmare anyway, because once again, I can only burn a single zombie, so presumably I'll try to go for some headshots. I could try to run past them, but my goodness am I bad at that, especially since I'm using tank controls anyway. Going over here sounds like a plan. I might try to lure the zombie over here, make a reasonable circle in this area, since there's a bit more space there. But that sounds like an extremely long and laborious process. I'm not sure I'm going to go for that. My goodness, the majority of this video will just be me rambling on about the sort of plan I'm trying to go for instead of actually getting on with it. Although hopefully that's understandable. You see, if I want to get to the kitchen, I'm going to need the sword key as well, which clutters up my inventory significantly. Also, if I want to get things done, I'm going to need the emblem. That's bad news. And since I have another door to unlock, I need the armor key on top of that. I can't carry all of the things at once. Guess I'll have to retrieve one of the items from the item box further down the line. Let's leave the sword key here then. And take the emblem. I think I'll use my final bit of kerosene on that zombie. I'll try to blow its head off, and if I fail, it's going to be quite nasty. Because then I'll have to use my final bit of kerosene after having wasted a shotgun shot. But I think I ought to try. Trying to conserve shotgun shells is a laudable effort. But this just might be the circumstance in which they ought to be used. Since you do get a few of them during the boss fight. And while you do pump the zombie well full of lead, it's not utterly indestructible. I'm not sure how much I should conserve. I'm not sure if I should even bother trying to shoot the snake. Of course, when I speak of the snake, that's not the boss fight I mean. Alright, let's try to blow the head off of that zombie over there. I may fail, I may get hurt, and frankly getting hurt might be better overall than the alternatives. Hello, is it me you're looking for? As I wonder if I can headshot you. I think that was well worth it. Use the Alma key. Is that really not the final place you use the Alma key on? Used to being better at keeping track of the sort of spots I can unlock. What doors do I... Oh, right, of course, this is the final one. Of course, I'll have to go there. So I'm not really getting rid of any items. It's unfortunate. Expensive looking grand piano. Do I have inventory slots? I don't. What encounter made of oak gives a prisoner like fine wine. That's lovely. Anything of value here? Not really. I can push this to the side. Lo and behold, there's an item here that I cannot quite pick up. You can't carry any more items. The beginning and the last sections of the music are missing. Oh, goodness. Fine. Maybe I shouldn't have brought my pistol with me. Although it is of great utility most of the time. As silly as this is, I have a solution to this conundrum. Watch this. There are many ways to solve this, but I think this is the most trivial one given the circumstances. As ridiculous as it is. Oh, look. This spot is empty. Let's place the emblem back there so that I get a free slot without having to run all the way back to the item box. And now that I have a free slot, I ought to be able to head back here. Pick up the final item. I have to push this back first and foremost because the room resets. This makes very little sense from a practical standpoint. It's just... it's very far from being realistic, as I dread to say that. Considering the fact that, of course, the game has very little to do with realism in any way, shape, or form. It's titled The Moonlight Sonata. Yes, tell me that there's only the beginning and the end. A section of the music is missing, leaving only the beginning and the end of the music. Yes, I understand it. Let's combine these. It's titled Moonlight Sonata. The complete musical score of the Moonlight Sonata. I'm yet another person spending most of the playthrough complaining. I also spend a decent chunk of the playthrough planning.
It's me, Chris.
Rebecca.
Play it!
That sounded like Moonlight Sonata.
Did it? Can you
Can you play?
Please do, Rebecca. Yes! It's close enough.
Oh, what was that?
My interpretation is off a little. Let me practice for a while.
Let Rebecca practice? Yes.
Sure. But don't get too carried away.
Oh, I won't.
Oh, sweet logos. Remember how I complained in Jill's playthrough that this will just attract every last zombie in the entire residence towards us? Well, I am more mortified than ever that this is exactly what's about to transpire. Also, how's Richard doing? Oh, he's presumably in the safe room, so we have to be fine. I have the time, Rebecca. There's a number of things I'm willing to do, and a number of things I'm not willing to do. The things I am willing to do include waiting. The things I am not willing to do include going to get the emblem and leaving you to die to zombies. Logos have mercy. Apparently Jill is the best piano player on Alpha Team. Oh. Ridiculous. So we have Chris approach the piano and he can't play it pretty much at all. Then we have Rebecca have a try and she still can't really manage it. We need Jill. We just do. Yeah, that's right, Chris. You know, go into an idle pose. We have the time. We really don't have alternatives. This needs to be played perfectly, otherwise that spot won't unlock. Presumably, you can walk to her at any point and tell her, alright, I think you've practiced enough. Can you try to play the entire thing now? Because we're kinda in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. The entire world is going to hell. And your piano, your subpar piano skills are what the fate of the world hinges on. No pressure, Rebecca. See, this is why you need to learn to play an instrument. What if you find yourself on the verge of an apocalypse? And all that stands between the annihilation of mankind and the alternative of possibly mankind not getting annihilated is your ability to play the piano, to play the Moonlight Sonata. Well, I guess in the vast majority of circumstances that means that the world is doomed, but... Does she try indefinitely? How long do people practice playing the piano for anyway? Let's see. 1 minute, 5 minutes, their entire lives. I don't know. Maybe she'll be able to accomplish this task with a suitable degree of accuracy in the next few years. If I leave this room, she's going to die. Okay, what's the situation? Okay, it's not quite half an hour yet. It's like playing Desert Bus. Not much is going on, but you presumably shouldn't take your eyes off of it. I am a patient man. What if there's an achievement for this? What if you just patiently wait, have Rebecca practice for, I don't know, a few hours and then you get an achievement? Yeah, that'll do it. I was beginning to wonder how long it takes people to actually learn to play the Moonlight Sonata with any degree of accuracy. Well, with a high degree of accuracy, I guess, but then again, that wouldn't necessarily be a fair question because she started out with some degree of skill anyway, which would muddy the calculations. Okay, I have two options, well, three options. I can walk out the door and deal with whatever the hell is outside. I can wait here, or I can just go talk to the lady. Now, in more circumstances, between the possibility of heading towards certain death, waiting indefinitely and talking to a woman, I tend to pick waiting indefinitely, but maybe I should head towards certain death after all. But what if she dies? You know what? You know what, Becky? There's no way zombies get in here other than through this door. Yeah, what if I go through the other door to get the stupid emblem and she just dies? She just dies on me. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if Rebecca got bitten by a zombie, now would I? Would I be able to live with myself? Or would I just restart? I would presume restart. There's something written in the corner of the picture. Am I writing the completion of the mansion? Yeah, of course. Heading out the door. There's presumably going to be a swarm of zombies though to deal with, right? As I'm just picking up the emblem. Just picking up the emblem. I swear, if that gets Rebecca hurt, I'm going to feel so horrible. And yet it'll be quite an experience. Becky, you know, I could go on an adventure, deal with all the other death masks. Sweetheart, can you... Pretty please? Rebecca is practicing the piano. How long does it take her? Well, let's see. I can't quite deal with the snake before I actually deal with this entire puzzle, which hinges on Rebecca playing the Moonlight Sonata properly. The only other thing I can deal with right now is the silly little plant. It's presumably what I should do. Okay, Rebecca, Well, I hope you can survive. Well, if you can't, you're gonna have a bad time. I'm not going through there, so presumably I have to head upstairs. Get to the item box. Switch some items around. I could also... yeah, pick up the sword key. I'll do that later. I guess I want to have as much free space in my inventories as humanly possible. I am leaving Rebecca though to fend for herself and practice the piano. Hopefully nothing gets to her. I was worried sick something would get to me when I was playing the piano as Jill, but I'm commentating in circles at this particular point because I ran out of things to say a decent while ago. No, Vestin, no! There's actually an easier way. Seriously. I know this seems like a tempting path. It's familiar, but going through the balcony is genuinely quicker. Not even if you want to heal necessarily, just due to the fact that you don't have to avoid the zombie, and presumably no dogs just spawn right there and kill you, right? Not on the first floor, they wouldn't. Wouldn't put anything past this game, though. Alright, we head out into the world. Well, actually that's as far from the truth as you can be. No, we head right back into the mansion from the balcony. So no, we don't head out into the world. Not in the slightest. But the plan is that while Rebecca is busy practicing, I shall acquire yet another death mask. And then I will use whatever help I get from her to get yet another one. Okay. I don't need the key. Frankly, I don't need anything other than the herbicide. This is the plan and I am sticking to it. Now, this may seem ridiculous to you, and it's frankly suicidal if I'm wrong about this. But the plan is to head on over here, deal with the plant, pick up all the stuff from the, presumably except for one single herb, head on back through here, and then take the long route in order to place all that bounty where it belongs. That's it. Actually, do I have any defensive items? Not a single one. I have no weapons either. Well, all I can spend now is my health. No, we're not going back upstairs, as tempting as that sounds. Actually, if any zombie crashes through the window, I'll be done for. Frankly, that's fine. That wouldn't be that much of a problem, now would it? Because I'm heading through here anyway, and I'm coming back another way. Alright, people. All the way there, deal with the quest, and head out. How the hell can you not... What? But they were the last time, weren't they? What happened? Hello, what have we here? Plant? You okay out there? Yeah, you're okay. Delayed and water pipe is open. Pump to water, yes. Which way will you turn? Red! And now, behold! Using my foreknowledge, I shall put the herbicide over here. Instead of killing herbs, it's going to kill the monstrous plant in the mansion. Down you go. Alright. Let us acquire the death mask. Yes, I know, magnificent, isn't it? Will you take the death mask? Yes, I will. Plants. 1. Will you take the green herb? Yes. Will you take another one? Yes, I will. Will you take a third one? Oh, that's magnificent. I've just realized that there's only 5 of them, so if you have a perfectly empty inventory, you can actually just barely pick everything up, then get the hell out of here. Is this room done? Oh yeah, it's green. There's other herbs. Now, this is a horrible situation because I have absolutely nothing on me, but I'm going through here. Back to Becky. Kinda. Oh boy, here goes. Hello there. Goodbye. I'm not dealing with you bastards. Well, here's hoping. Yes, that Rebecca is fine and shall remain fine for the foreseeable future. Ha! Excellent, I've managed to smuggle everything out of that accursed place in one go. Now, to push my luck a little further, I may as well head over here into the graveyard, place the death mask where it belongs, then deposit the herbs and retrieve my items. Even though a few more trips... It sounds like a few more trips are warranted, but seriously, this place is safe, right? And if it isn't, then I'm just going to be horribly disappointed at myself. And possibly will become atrociously startled. But I think that's worth watching. And therefore this is worth doing, just for that silly possibility, isn't it? Alright, what death mask is this? Tell me! It's a death mask without eyes. Mask without eyes, okay. Which one of these doesn't have eyes? Presumably this one, right? So we put the death mask over here. Bam, shazam, first death mask placed. And the coffin is reasonably loose. Not quite entirely unimpeded, not quite open, but 2 chains have been broken. Let's head on out. 2 out of 4 is not bad. Nope, I don't want to go through here. That's not the direction. Allegedly, you run faster if you're not wielding any weapons, thus I'm running at my maximum speed. Unencumbered, because my inventory space apparently doesn't count. Now, let's get to the item box. Dump the herbs. Pick up some weapons and such. After I'm done with that, visit Rebecca again. There's bound to be progress, right? I've made progress. Don't tell me I'll have to go through the entire graveyard experience before she actually accomplishes her goal of perfecting the Moonlight Sonata. My interpretation is awful. That's a cute way of saying I'm playing it wrong, isn't it? Yes, complaining about everything. Classic way to cope. Oh look, my inventory is full of herbs. Much like hovercrafts and eels, this is what happens in this game. Now, this is not bad. That's a lot of healing. That's highly beneficial. Now, here's a question. What exactly do I want to keep on myself? What exactly do I want to do? I could save at this stage. I would be left with 3 ink ribbons. And it wouldn't be the worst of ideas. I could try to accomplish more stuff. But if Becky is not ready with the Moonlight Sonata, then that's going to be a bit of an issue. I think I'll equip the shotgun for those lovely headshots. The fuel canteen in case the headshots do not work out. My next step will presumably involve using the shotgun key. I also need the emblem in order to be able to solve that puzzle. The almond key will be handy once I head over to the east wing anyway, so I might as well pick it up once I'm done with this place. And since this is the current situation... Oh, right, sorry. I might as well combine the handgun magazines, since they haven't been combined yet. Ditch them over here again. And pick up the handgun on the off chance that I might need it. And since it has maximum of 16 shots, I believe, might as well reload it. Nope, 15 shots. Sorry. It's full. Well, I guess this is what I'll go with for now. It's a decent bit of stuff. But I think... before proceeding, I'll save. A decent bit of progress has been made. I wouldn't want to lose that. Hopefully, when I come back, Rebecca will be safe. We shall see. Oh, Richard, how are you doing, buddy? Oh no, don't tell me I'll trigger a cutscene with this or something. Or maybe you visit Richard and watch him while Rebecca practices. It's an old typewriter, you can save your progress. Use the ink ribbon? Yes, please. Alright, let's do this. Richard's here, Rebecca's practicing. This is all coming along swimmingly, except that it kinda isn't. I'm going to need the armor key and the sword key. I'm also going to need my weapons and my ammunition. Should I take literally everything? Possibly. Possibly if I don't want to backtrack. Let's do it like this, or at the very least let's try to do it like this. Might be in for a few nasty surprises, but we shall see how all of this plays out. I don't have any weapons equipped. I can equip them at the drop of a hat. If I need to at any point. No. Let's go through the balcony. It's quicker. I don't have to dodge a zombie over there. I have earned this luxury. I'm also feeling fine. Thus I do not need to heal myself. If ever such an eventuality should come up, I can always return to the balcony, heal up at my leisure. I'm collecting plenty of healing implements. Plenty of them indeed. I wonder if you get trapped with no additional ammo in a boss fight, what happens? Do you get stuck there permanently and just have to wait to die? But presumably, these older video games don't make concessions of that nature. They don't take pity on you. They can put you in situations where the only course of action is to simply die. They can put you in spots from which you cannot recover. Oh boy. Alright, how's Rebecca doing? How's the corridor? How is everything? Really? No improvement, eh? A zombie is trying to break the door. Which is unfortunate, but these are the zombies I left over there. They'll spill out into this corridor. That's going to be monstrous. It very well may be a Crimson Head. How about I equip the shotgun? I'll head into the kitchen anyway, using up the keys. Use the sword keys, not further use for the keys. Got it, yes. Now I know bad things are about to happen, but that's kind of okay. Oh boy. I kinda don't feel like dealing with this sort of nonsense, but I don't have much of a choice now, do I? Everything is closed. How was this room? Cleared out. Then you get the animation. Right, Vestin. Remain calm. And stay indoors, yes. There's a zombie crawling there. Which side? Which side, dude? This side, okay. Now this is going to end somewhat poorly, because there's presumably a zombie up there anyway. However, I do have my shotgun, and push comes to shove, push comes to shove. Alright, let's go to her. I hate the fact that zombies are trying to break out at all.
Chris! Chris! I think I got it!
Oh, thank goodness. No, maybe I had to take care of the final sword key doll. I don't know. I don't know. I could have taken care of that ahead of time. Would she have played perfectly by then? By then, well, at that point.
Practice makes perfect.
Right, Becky.
What's this?
We're in a tough spot. Zombies are about to break in. Do you have a gun with you? Yes?
Be careful, Chris.
I'll be careful, Rebecca. Contemplate this. You won't betray me now, will you? Right, let's read the notes. Trevor's diary. November 24th, 1967. 11 days have passed since arriving on this estate. How did I end up like this? A guy in a lab coat brought me a meager plate of food and said, sorry to put you through this, but for security reasons. That's when it hit me. It all makes sense now. There are only two people that know the secret of this mansion, Sir Spencer and myself. If they kill me, Sir Spencer will be the only person that knows the secret. But for what purpose? Doesn't matter now. It's too dangerous here. My family, I hope they're alright. I've decided to escape. Jessica, Lisa, I pray you are safe. November 26, 1967. How could I be so careless? I lost my favorite lighter, the one Jessica gave me for my birthday. It's going to be that much harder to escape this dark place. November 13th. The date when my fate was sealed. My aunt was hospitalized just 3 days before that. Jessica and Lisa said that they were going to visit her. I wish I could be there with them. But wait, even as I'm writing, my memory is coming back to me more vividly. Just before I passed out, I remember the men in the lab coat said something like, most likely your family is already... Pray for the safety. November 27th, 1967. Somehow I managed to get out of that room. But getting out of this mansion won't be as easy. To get past all the booby traps, tiger eyes, gold emblem, I have to try and remember. For my own sake. I know what I have to do, but I want to talk to Rebecca as much as I can. Rebecca has a look of concern in her eyes. Don't worry, Rebecca, I'll be fine. I wonder if she panics when I pull this out. You can't carry any more items. Oh, of course I can't. Now I thought to myself, hold on, this is perfectly fine, because ultimately I have this. Can I just swap them? Can I do it like that? I can't. You pick one up, then plop the other one down. And you have to have both in your inventory. Oh no, this is going to be atrocious. Because the zombies will break out. And I have to trek all the way to the item box. Oh no. Rebecca. I know what's bound to happen. Let's not panic. Let's not panic. By let's not panic, I mean I shouldn't panic. You can panic all you want. It's not that I don't necessarily care about your emotional state, but it's just not affecting me at this particular point, so... doesn't appear to be as significant. Do I go all the way to this item box? Does it make the tiniest shred of difference? Quite frankly, I did not expect Rebecca to be able to deal with that puzzle. Now, hold on. I could just stick to the original plan. I could just head on out and down, solve this puzzle. Now let's see, do I have enough inventory space? I think I do, yes. Deal with the other zombies, then head over there to Rebecca. Solve that. Deal with the snake and save, essentially. By that point, I will have earned it. Yeah, I'll have all the death masks, and I'll save just before the boss fight. Effectively, forcing myself to fight the boss at the very start of the next approach. Yeah, whatever. Do I actually need to head to the item box? That's the most important question. I have some ammo, I have the shotgun with me. I have the silly emblem, which will come in handy. Should I immediately follow up the entire operation by heading back to Rebecca? Yeah, that does make sense. I will use up the Almer key and I will use up the old key in quick succession. Now, the only question I have to ask myself is whether after heading out I want to try and dispose of both the zombies. I think I do. It's going to be annoying, but let's get it done. This certainly has not worked out in my favor. If the knob downstairs is broken and you can only approach this from one direction, then there are... I'll have to run the gauntlet. There's no way around it. And if I have to run the gauntlet, I might as well refill my canteen. I want to put anything away? I kinda don't. Do I run the gauntlet before I head back to Rebecca? Because if I head to Rebecca first, then I'll have to put something away. There's just no other way. Running the gauntlet is going to be incredibly annoying. I can get past the zombie dogs, but there are too many zombies milling about here, and I'm not good at dodging them. I will get bitten, presumably repeatedly. I might just die there as well. But I will get here, and I will unlock a reasonably safe route as I deal with that. If I am to do that, then I have one more use of my canteen before I refill it with kerosene at the balcony. So let's try to deal with one more zombie ahead of time, I guess. Broken the knob. Ah, this could have all been avoided. I could have unlocked that path and been perfectly fine, but no. I've made a mistake. It cannot be fixed. Fine, let's put all of this away. I will just have to visit the item box anyway before I return. I will not necessarily return here. I'll have to take another route entirely, which means I will visit the item box in the West Wing. Might as well take some ammo, I guess. I can burn one more zombie. Shotgun ammo is precious, but headshots are a lot more likely if I use the shotgun. Then again, once again, I have one guaranteed use of kerosene. Thus, I might as well switch to the pistol for a brief while. A single zombie's worth of time. Once it inevitably breaks down that doll, I'll blast it. Then I either get a headshot or I do not get a headshot. As far as I understand, refilling the kerosene is a bizarre process. You refill your kerosene to full regardless of if you have one use left or no uses left. And you essentially can refill twice from what I am able to tell. Thus, if you refill it and it's not entirely empty, you're essentially wasting a single dose. Alright, let's do this. I'll immediately dart to the right. The door did not break down yet. I could have hypothetically gone down to the kitchen, but I didn't. Alright. Hey, Rebecca. Check this out. Now don't panic. Fine, let's examine this. Scald all around the other edges due to frequent fitting. Yeah, fair enough. Ta-da! Please still be the Rebecca. What do you think?
Were you all right in there?
Yeah.
Nothing happened, Rebecca. Rebecca has a look of concern in her eyes. Rebecca, we're leaving. This is it. The room is done. There's nothing more left to see here. Come on. Well, you're right in that. How much nothing happened? Come on. Alright, what's the plan exactly? Head on to the typewriter room. Deal with the snake first? The door. It's under a bit of a strain, but it's not down yet. I guess I'm much more worried about the gauntlet I'll have to run. There we go. The clock's unlocked. Let's investigate this painting once again. Picture of two knights striking each other. The short sword has been thrust into the breast of one knight, while the long sword pierced the head of the other. Yeah, it looks like you can turn the gears inside the clock. Right, yes. Which gear? The small one. Keep turning, yes. Small one. So let me get this straight. The long one was thrust into the helm. Which gear? The large one. Which direction? It doesn't matter. Turn it twice. And bam. Long one into the helmet, short one to the breastplate. Will you take the mansion key? Yes, I will. Examine the mansion key. It's an engraving of a shield. This is the shield key. I could deal with the snake first. Perhaps I'll receive something extra. Some more ammo, perhaps. We shall see. Snake before the gauntlet? I mean, why not? Whoa, Nelly. I don't plan on attacking the snake. I could hypothetically do that, wasting a lot of ammo, but if I do end up doing so, that'll be quite questionable, wouldn't it? Because I have to save ammo for the actual boss fight, well, I cannot simply run away from it. I have all I could possibly need.